Hello, welcome back. Today I've got a really simple and survival friendly mob farm for you guys. This is for Minecraft Java Edition 1.16 and up. For this mob farm, here are the items that you will need. This is all of the redstone, fairly simple. There are no dispensers, so it's really cheap and easy to make. But the other thing is you probably need a lot of building blocks. I just chose cobblestone for this build, but you're probably going to need at least a couple stacks. Before we begin making the mob farm, in your survival world, I would recommend finding a flat area like this desert or a plains, because if there are too many mountains and hills nearby, the rate of the farm will decrease and you'll get a lot less drops. Now that you have picked out a spot for the mob farm, you're going to mark out a 5x5 area, and from the far right side, we're going to put down two chests like so. This, a double chest. If you hold shift above this one, place down another double chest, and once more on top, so that we have 3 double chests just like that. Go to the back side of it. On the left, you hold shift, you place down 3 hoppers. They all point into the chest like so. You're going to look at the very top hopper now, and put down 2 more hoppers, point towards the left. Now we're going to go to the right side of this, hold shift, place down hoppers, so that it makes another 3x3 area right in the center of the 5x5. From here, we're going to get on top of the hoppers, and if you hold shift above the hoppers, we can place down campfires like so. They cover all of the hoppers, and we're going to go all the way around the hoppers, a block, big ring around campfires. Now, I would recommend breaking these 2 blocks and swapping them with a staircase of some sort, so that you can actually open this top chest. After you built the ring, we're going to take out 32 blocks and build straight up all the way around this entire area, so that we can make a big pillar, just like in the demo, is that way. Because we will have to have it drop 32 blocks for the mobs to die when they land. So here's a quick little time lapse of me building all the way around it. Like I said, 32 blocks all the way up, all the way around. And if you're making this in survival, I would recommend putting water at the bottom or something, so when you jump down, you don't take any damage. It's really easy to go back up and down. Once we have finished the 32 block tall pillar, from all 4 sides, we're going to take out 7 blocks and extend it out 7 blocks from the very center, like so. Afterwards, we're going to connect all 4 pillars with a big square, and that's so that we can fill up the whole area except for the very center, which will be used to capture the mobs. Once we have finished with the big platform, now you guys can go to the side and build a 2 block high wall all the way around. So once you've finished putting up the wall, you can go to the corner of every single side, put down 3 blocks like this. You can use cobblestone, of course. I'm using a different block so you can see what it looks like. Single corner, put down 3 blocks. Then we're going to take out our water buckets, go in survival to show you how this is done in survival. So we're going to take a water bucket, place it here. Then we're going to count 1 block away, put another bucket of water. And now the very middle one is an infinite water source. Right click that one, hippo block. Now this is an infinite water source. Keep doing that. So have it all the way around. Flip that one. Around. Now, this entire row of water is an infinite water source, and you'll see that it'll stop right before the hole. Then we're going to take it from here, continue it onto this side. Once you have all the water in place, you're going to take out 1 more bucket of water for each corner, and in the very corner block, place 1 more bucket of water. And it'll look like so. Now we're going to make the platforms for which the mobs spawn. That we're going to build up 3 blocks like so. I'm just using smooth stone because it'll look a little bit easier and it's easier to tell what I'm doing. But you guys can use cobblestone if you want. We're going to build a 3 block high wall all the way around. So I finished putting up the wall. Now we're going to go and find the center block. So this row right here is the center if you match it up with the 3x3 hole in the middle. Then we're gonna find the very bottom layer that we just built. I'm using iron blocks so you guys can really see what I'm doing. And of course it can be cobblestone. We're gonna build out 8 blocks from the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're gonna build a big triangle. So from here, we're gonna put out a single block. And on the next layer, we're gonna put down 2 blocks. And we just repeat that. So the next one is 3. Make a big triangle from the very center. 4 for the next row. 5, 6, and 7. Stop just like that. Keep that on all sides. 4, 5, 6. And it'll look just like that. I'm gonna do it once more while flying so you guys can really see what from the center block right here. Total of 8 blocks, so pretty much until it matches right where the hole is. Then we're gonna put a big triangle, so each layer has an extra block. And from here you can really see that it'll match up and look like this. It'll be a 2-block gap between. So this is where the mobs will fall down from. They'll spawn on these platforms right here, and they'll fall into the water, get funneled down the center. So repeat this for the other 2 sides. So I've finished all 4 triangles on every side. Now we're gonna go find the center block. This time it's the very top layer. We're gonna break it, hang off the edge, and put down 2 blocks, like so. Put down a water bucket here. See that it'll perfectly fit the triangle. Take out your trapdoors. You're gonna stand from this direction right. Place a trapdoor right here. When you close it, it'll cut off the water. So you do this for all 4 sides. So I finished putting in all the trapdoors with the water on all 4 sides. Now we're going to do the little bit of redstone there is on the outside. That's because later on it'll be a lot harder. So on the left side of all these trapdoors, we're going to take out our blocks and place on 2 of them like so. Then take out our redstone dust, place one on top right there, right in the middle, and then on the far right. Now if you take out your redstone torches, place it on this block right there. See, the dust will turn on. Okay, now we just need to repeat this again. So 2 blocks, redstone dust there, 2 on the right, and a redstone torch on the block. We repeat this again until we do it on all 4 sides. So dust, redstone torch. One more time, blocks, 2 dust, and yeah. Okay, so for this mob farm, this is actually pretty much the whole mob farm. We just have to repeat this layer for which the mobs spawn 2 more times so that we have a total of 3 layers. And to do that, we can build up another 3 high wall like so, all the way around. Then we're going to build another triangle from the very bottom block. So 8 blocks out, so it matches the center, and then of course you build the triangle. Okay, so I finished making the second layer. It is exactly the same as the first one, as you guys can see. From right here, we built up a 3-block high wall, and we made the triangle. Then I repeated the steps with the trapdoor in the water, blocks in the back. So it's exactly the same. Only difference this time is the little bit of redstone. So instead of doing it on the left side, do that exact same thing except on the right side. So torch here, redstone up there, and then you guys know what it is. It's the exact same thing, just repeated the opposite side. So if we do this for all 4 sides, 2 blocks, redstone torch, 3 redstone dust. Now we are on the final one, except there is a little bit of extra redstone this time. So after we do this, we're going to take out our redstone torch, add it right here, right above this redstone dust. See that when I place it, it'll turn on the light right there, so that you can see that the second layer is now connected to the first layer. So we do that for all 4 sides. Add another redstone torch. It'll turn on the redstone dust. But yeah. Okay guys, so once you have finished the second layer, you repeat the exact same thing, and then you have the third layer, so 3-block high wall with a triangle, trapdoor, and water. Now the only difference again, a little bit of redstone at the top. This time you don't have to do the weird block thing. Instead, we just put redstone dust pointing to the right from the very center, redstone torch on the right side. dust, very center, right, torch here, dust, torch there. Every layer is connected. And now we are actually completely done with the mob farm. All we have to do is build a ceiling for it. So pretty much you just, that's exactly how it sounds. You just build a giant ceiling for it. Build all the way around. Cover up the whole top blocks. I'll make a quick time lapse right here of me doing this. Once you've finished building the ceiling for it, make sure you cover up all the trapdoors so that no light gets inside the mob farm. Blocks right above it. Now we can do the little bit of redstone at the very center. Okay, so from this block right here, on any corner, it doesn't really matter. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can break out this block and check if it's right down the middle. And it should be dead center. So this is where the center will be, and where we're going to put a hopper right here. And if you pick any side, it doesn't really matter. You can hold shift, you can place a hopper that points into it, like so. And then we can break the original hopper. Shift again, place another hopper, and it'll point into each other just like so. Now we can take out a redstone block, place it on the center hopper, take out a piston, and we can place a piston pointing into the redstone block, and then do it the same thing on the other side except one block away. Now we're going to take out comparators. I may have forgot to mention that we need them in the item list, but pretty much right underneath the pistons we're going to put a comparator that's pointing away from the hopper, block in front of the comparator, redstone dust, and on top of the block. This will make a clock for the mob farm. Take out our observers, and above the pistons, place one pointing straight up. Connect it with blocks all the way across. Redstone dust all the way top of the block. Now to make the clock work, we're going to take out 10 items of any type. 10 items, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to use cobblestone, put it in either dispenser, or hopper I mean. See that they should flip. That is our clock for every 10 items. And now that we're all done with the clock, we can connect it to the sides. To find the hopper that was in the center, do that by looking at the little top right here. So this is the center hopper. We're going to put a block on either side of it. Take redstone dust, place on top of this block, and run it straight back. See that it'll match up perfectly the center of this. Run redstone dust across, and it'll match perfectly to that. Now we're going to take out blocks, put them in front of the comparator. So there's already a block here, but we're going to put one more on the side. Now it doesn't really matter which way you do this, but I'm going to run redstone. I'll point into this one. The opposite side, I'll run redstone and it'll point into the block. You can flip-flop that, it doesn't really matter. Then afterwards, you take a repeater away from this block. Run redstone dust right down the middle. See that it'll match up perfectly. Repeater here. Then dust down the middle. Match up perfectly. For a quick peek, inside. This is the inside of the mob farm now. Every 10 items, all the water will turn on. Mobs will get flushed straight down the middle. Believe it or not, we are actually completely done with the mob farm. Now we just have to spawn proof the very top ceiling. So if I set the time to midnight, you can see that it is completely dark up here, so mobs will spawn. So to prevent that, we're going to take out torches and just from the corner, build down torches all the way down the middle. Corner. There's redstone dust, just skip it. This should make it almost spawn proof. You guys are still getting monsters to spawn up here. Add more torches and it'll prevent all mob spawning. So it might be a little bit dark right here. So add torches there as well. Pretty much you just want to add torches as much as you can so that monsters don't spawn. If you're not a big fan of how the torches look, you can also completely cover the top in slabs. Works exactly the same. Cover it with only the bottom layer of slabs. This will also make it spawn proof. Before I end the video, I just want to tell you guys how to to actually use the farm and where to stand AFK. So currently, if you press F3 on the keyboard, you can see what Y level you are at. That's how high in the world you are. I'm currently at 184. The reason I want my platform to stand AFK at 1.4 is because the ground level at 64. So pretty much you find whatever ground level you are at, which is where the chests are. You add 120 blocks to whatever that is. So currently I'm at 64, I add 120 blocks, and I get 184. Then you pretty much just build a tower straight from the center. That's where your platform will be. So you stand up there and you will get a ton of drops. If you look in the chest, I've been here for just a little bit, maybe literally 2 minutes. I have 53 gunpowder. Farm works super well. If you guys aren't getting a bunch of drops, that's most likely because the area around it isn't lit and it's nighttime. I'd recommend lighting up the area underneath the farm and just around it in general. Also, if you guys are on a server and lots of people, I would recommend till there's less people online. The less people there are, the more mobs you will. Pretty much that's the whole mob spawner. This is about 3 hours of AFKing and all the chests are completely full. So the mob spawner works really well. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.